That's going to happen in VoiceThread. But let me go just a little deeper and talk about each one of these, and then we'll be done with our little mini lecture. So first, students' prior knowledge can help or hinder learning. Students come into our courses with knowledge, beliefs, and attitudes gained in other courses and through our daily lives. As students bring these knowledge to bear in our classroom, it influences how they filter and interpret what they are learning. If students' prior knowledge is robust and accurate and activated at the appropriate time, it provides a strong foundation for building new knowledge. However, when knowledge is inert, insufficient for the task, inactivated inappropriately, or inaccurate, it can actually interfere or impede with new learning. Okay, so that's number one. Let's go to number two. How students organize knowledge influences how they learn and apply what they know. Students naturally make connections between pieces of knowledge. When those connections form knowledge structures that are accurate and meaningfully organized, students are better able to retrieve and apply their knowledge effectively and efficiently. In contrast, when knowledge is connected in inaccurate or random ways, students can fail to retrieve or apply the knowledge that they've learned. Okay. Number three, students' motivation determines, directs, and sustains what they do to learn. As students enter college and gain greater autonomy over what, when, and how they study, and motivation plays a critical role in guiding the direction, intensity, persistence, and quality of learning behaviors in which they engage. When students find positive value in a learning goal or activity, expect to succeed, achieve a desired learning goal, and perceive support from their environment, they are likely to be strongly motivated to learn. Okay, number four. To develop mastery, students must acquire component skills, practice integrating them, and know when to apply what they've learned. So students must develop not only the component skills and knowledge necessary to perform complex tasks, but they must also practice combining and integrating them to develop greater fluency. Finally, students must learn when and how to apply the skills and knowledge they learn. As instructors, it is important that we develop conscious awareness of these elements of mastery so that we can help our students to learn more effectively. I'm really trying to keep myself from giving you examples because that's what's going to happen in VoiceThread. My mind is just exploding with examples of this. So, number five, goal-directed practice coupled with targeted feedback enhances the quality of student learning. Learning and performance are best fostered when students engage in practice that focus on a specific goal or criteria, targeting an appropriate level of challenge and are of sufficient quality and frequency to meet the performance criteria. Practice must be coupled with feedback that explicitly communicates about some aspect of the student's performance relative to specific targeted criteria, provides information to help the students progress in meeting those criteria, and is given at a time and frequency that allows it to be used. Okay, 6. Students' current level of Number 6. Students' current level of development interacts with the social, emotional, and intellectual climate of the course to impact learning. Students are not only intellectual but social and emotional beings, and they are still developing the full range of intellectual, social, and emotional skills. While we cannot control the developmental process, we can shape the intellectual, social, emotional, and physical aspect of the classroom climate in developing appropriate ways. In fact, many studies show that the climate we create can have impact upon our students. Oh my gosh, I have such a good example for that. So I'm hoping that comes out in our discussion. Just like a negative climate may impede learning and performance, a positive one can energize students' learning. So really think about that one. Last, number 7. To become self-directed learners, students must learn to monitor and adjust their approaches to learning. Learners may engage in a variety of metacognitive processes to monitor and control their learning, assessing the task at hand, evaluating their own strengths and weaknesses, planning their approach, applying and monitoring various strategies, and reflecting on the degree to which their current approach is working. Unfortunately, students tend not to engage in these processes naturally. When students develop the skill to engage these processes, they gain intellectual habits that not only improve their performance, but also their effectiveness as learners. Okay, so I took these from some notes that I took from this book.